Hi everybody, it's been a while. I thought I would get on here and give you a bit of an update and explain why I've been kind of missing for a while. I suppose, like everybody else, I've just been really feeling these intense energies. Oh my God. I I've been experiencing my nodal return, which is, you know, still kind of happening right now. And I've got Pluto on my south node, so that's been pretty intense. It's been bringing up a lot of stuff, a lot of I've been shown where I've been feeling powerless and just it's in Virgo. It's like this fear of failure and perfectionism and all sorts of stuff has been moving through me. And since Neptune and Saturn moved into Aries and crossed that 0 point, holy shit, because this is happening on my opposite, my Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is on my MC. So this is on my vertical axis of my chart. And yeah, it's just been really hard for me to for my human brain to just keep up with anyway, not let alone like explain it to somebody else. And the other thing is that, I just came to a realization that I have been, like, when I want to make a video, I always try and think of how do I translate what I'm doing into something that other people can understand. But this is hard because for me, like astrology, like this is like a game for me. It's a game where I make the rules up as I go. And it's always expanding, it's always moving and shifting, but it makes me feel like alive. It connects me with my soul, and I experience a level of joy and happiness and freedom that I just can't really articulate. It's like I'm not worried about how I'm going to explain it when I'm doing it with myself. And so then, I'm just trying to get my own head around like integrating what happened. And now I'm like trying to think about how to explain it to other people when I still haven't really wrapped my own head around it. So I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm not, I didn't start this channel so that I can teach people astrology. There's so many amazing astrologers out there doing that already. I just wanted to show that astrology gets to be different. Like we can create our own, like our chart. It's a map of our own universe, our own consciousness, and we get to decide what it means. That's the whole point. And so when we reclaim that and we decide what that means, that's when we get to experience the magic that I'm trying to share. And it's not just all about the astrology, like what just happened with me over the last couple of days, like that was really magical. It's like paradigm shifting for me. I just discovered that we sometimes we try to change other people, or we hope that they will change. We hope that they will see us in a particular way or understand us. And when we try to change other people, they just keep showing up in the way that we don't want. But this is because they are part of our own system, showing us that we perceive them, we believe that they're separate from us. So anyway, so I just experienced a whole new level of awareness around this. So another reason why I started this channel is to kind of face my fears of speaking, because I've been terrified of public speaking, and I was really badly bullied as a child. And I remember when I was being mocked and called names, like I literally could not speak. I was so frozen that I couldn't access my thoughts, I couldn't access my voice. I was just like a statue. And I've carried so much shame around not having the courage to stand up for myself, not being able to, not feeling like a safe haven for myself, like not feeling like I had my own back. That what I've done is I've recreated this situation over and over in my life, and created, like I've attracted relationships where I can't access my throat. My throat chakra is like, I feel like I'm choking. I feel like I can't access my own thoughts until after, like if it's an argument or something, it's like afterwards I think of all the things I should have said, but in the moment I feel like I can't trust myself to even speak. And so I created this channel to face my fear of speaking. It's not the only reason, but it's one of them. Anyhow, so this person that I just had this experience with is someone that I felt like that for 2 decades. 2 decades, 20 years of my life. I felt powerless to speak, because we, both of us were so focused on being heard and being understood by the other one, that we were focusing on being understood. We weren't focusing on actually being present and actually listening to each other. And it's not because we were being selfish. It was just, we were just trying to, regulate our bodies and try and stay safe. And we just literally felt like we couldn't access like our thoughts. And so we reinforced and perpetuated the situation, reflecting it to each other for 20 years. Anyhow, so because of this new levels of sovereignty that I've been kind of initiated into deeper and deeper and deeper levels of, especially since Saturn moved into Aries, I discovered that not only, after I got together with this person after 10 years, that not only can I trust myself to be a safe haven for myself, to access my own thoughts, to access my voice, and to stay present, soul to soul, mind to mind with this person. But when I do this, when I have the capacity to hold that level of sovereignty, I literally quantum jumped into another reality where this person was a different person. They literally changed. They literally changed. And I know that it's like, because time's an illusion, right? And so the only explanation that I have for this is that we are like moving through, we're not moving through linear time, we're moving through like frames that are, like the past to the future. It's like frames that exist that we kind of move through energetically. And so I moved into another like dimension where this person already existed. They already existed. They didn't need to change. They were there. They met me there. But I just needed to believe that that was possible. Not that they could change, but that when I stayed connected to this person's soul, like, it was like an alignment that I've never, ever, ever experienced with this person, ever. And so, and get this, so it's not the astrology that made this happen either. The astrology completely mapped it out, because at the moment that we were together, the North Node, which I was going through my nodal return, so my North Node was there as well, but the transiting North Node was exactly to the minute on this person's Chiron, And the south node, which was on my south node and my Pluto, was on this person's Venus. And so this whole, this victim perpetrator kind of illusion thing that we've been dancing with, all dissolved. It was an illusion. We didn't just go up an octave. It's like we jumped like what felt like lifetimes of, it was like an alchemy that I can't explain. And I thought that I was just going to be like just getting through it. I thought I'm just going to be able to hold myself regardless of what this person does or says or understands me, even if they're activated and triggered by me. I'm going to hold this level of frequency where I know that if they trigger me, they're meant to, and that that's the raw materials that I'm going to use, the contrast that I'm going to use to choose to go even deeper into my sovereignty. It's like an invitation to go deeper and to feel it fully, not to bypass it, but to actually engage with it fully. But I didn't need to. I didn't even need to, because I was already there. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. But the astrology just mapped out what I was choosing and this person was choosing to create at the soul level. I know it. I feel it deep in my soul. And I can see how, when we met like 27 years ago, that, our souls planned this. Our souls planned to experience the contrast and the heartbreak and the devastation and the trauma and all of that, so that we could transcend it and heal it in this life. And I feel like we're just getting started. I'm excited to see what happens next, because now I feel like I could literally do anything. I feel like anything's possible. This was the thing that was holding me back. It was where I was giving my power away. And there's so many other things I could say about this nodal return, or, like all the realizations that I've had. But this is what I wanted to share for today. And just to let you know that when we perceive other people as they're never going to get this, they're never going to catch up, like what's happening on our planet right now, this many billion people don't see what we see and they're never going to catch up, it's not true. It's not true. When we allow other people to be who they are, to hold their perspective and hold their truth, and remain steadfast, like unwavering in our truth, but allow them to hold their truth with like acceptance. And we understand that, we know that our own higher self has our back, and that their higher self has their back, and everybody else's does. We start to see the divinity in everybody and everything. And our reality starts to shift to match this. And we get to experience a level of magic that our human brain could never have ever imagined, ever. It's not something that it's not like just something we thought was impossible. It's just something that we never would have even come up with. So that's what I've got for today, and I look forward to sharing more about the astrology. I have no idea where this is all going. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm I'm no longer just going to be focusing on how can I create a framework for everybody else to, you know, to learn astrology in a certain way or whatever. That's disempowering for people. I want to help to reacquaint people with their own power so that they can create their own astrology. So this is definitely to be continued soon. And yeah, see you next time. Thanks for listening.